Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Squad Focus. Welcome to Newcastle United. They have had a very good start to the Premier League season in real life. I'm going to show you today what players you're going to have going forward into FM23 and where you can maybe improve. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel. And also don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say or any suggestions for any teams that we can take a look at. Let's dive in to the Newcastle squad. So this has been a problem area for Newcastle over the year, and that is the goalkeeping position. But they have solved that this summer by bringing in Nick Pope from Burnley. Gone are the days where Pavel Chernicek and Shay Given were in between the six. Loris Karius is the backup, as is Carl Darlow as well. Obviously, Martin Dubravka is out on loan at Manchester United, of all places. So yeah, you've got good options in the goalkeeping area. Not so many at right fullback, however. You've got Kieran Trippier. He is the standout player in this position. Javi Manquillo is another good one. Emil Kraft is another good defender. He's injured quite a lot, though. So this is definitely an area that you will maybe look to strengthen in the first transfer window. No such problems to be had on the left-hand side. Jamal Lewis and Matt Targett will probably be the two fighting it out in this position. Paul Dummett will probably have something to say about that as well. Dan Burn is most probably going to be used at centre-half, as is Sven Botman. And a couple of youngsters coming through as well. But you're very, very good on the left-hand side. As you are down the centre as well, Jamal Lascelles. We've mentioned Dan Burn. We've mentioned Sven Botman. Fabian Schär is another good defender in this particular area of the park. Paul Dummett, as I say, can play left and centre as well. You might just look to add a little bit of quality. It's all very much the much. Botman is the standout defender from these. So yeah, I would look to add a quality centre half to your ranks. Moving into central midfield, and there are a lot of options in this particular area. Joe Linton, who has been converted into a central midfield player but can play a little bit wider, seems to have finally found his feet at Newcastle. Bruno Kamara, as we know about him, he is a quality player in this division. John Joe Shelby still with the football club. You might look to move him on. I think his time has now passed. Sean Longstaff, very good midfield player. Joe Willock, a very good midfield player. Elliot Anderson is the one they're all talking about on Tyneside, a very good central midfield player. Matty Longstaff is out on loan, as is Jeff Hendrick, as is Ida Hayden. So you've got plenty of players in this area if they come back at the end of the season, or if you indeed decide to sell the loan players on. Now, I'd imagine you're probably going to play 4-2-3-1 with Newcastle. That seems to be a formation that suits them pretty well. So we'll just move on to the attacking midfield areas. So the likes of Matt Ritchie are still with the football club. Jacob Murphy, Ryan Fraser, Miguel Amaron, who's had an absolutely stonking start to the season, and Alan St. Maximin. This is just the right-hand side of this particular area. Lots and lots of quality. Most of them can play left and right. As you see when we switch it over to the left-hand side, so Joe Linton comes into the equation, as does Elliot Anderson, all the other players we've already mentioned. It's probably in the number 10 position where you're lacking a little bit. You may look to bring someone in. Obviously, Amaron will predominantly probably play out wide. That seems to be his best position. Elliot Anderson, when he comes on, he predominantly plays in that central role, but does more often than not play out on the left as well. Joe Linton, I think he's better off in centre midfield, being the sort of the enforcer in the centre of the park. So yeah, I would definitely take a look at a number 10 to bring into the football club, because that's probably an area where you're lacking. And then finally we move down to the centre of the pitch, where we look at the biggest signing of the summer for Newcastle, and that is Alexander Isak. And he is going to be some player. Obviously, the supporting cast are not to be forgotten as well, in Callum Wilson and in Chris Wood. So it's not an area you need to take a look at first and foremost, because it's already been addressed in the summer for you. But it may be a case of trying to upgrade the other two to give Isak a bit of support. So on the whole, that Newcastle squad is in very good nick. There are a couple of areas that you need to improve if Newcastle are going to do what you want them to do, and that is challenge for Europe and then challenge for the Premier League Eddie Howe in real life has been adding the building blocks slowly but surely. Now it's time to ramp it up and give this squad the best chance of some silverware for the first time in a long time. It has to be said. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed today's video, to please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you've got any suggestions for what we should take a look at next, please leave them in the comments below. Next time, though, we're going to take a look at a squad that has had a lot of drama around it this summer, and that is Barcelona. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.